Good morning, everyone. Oh, the Arctic blast really did hit us overnight. We are at freezing point outside and about 50 degrees in my house. Okay, we're going to get busy today because we're going to warm the house up in a um, without the heaters, okay? I do have one small little tiny heater, but we're going to warm the house up in other ways. All right. One of the things I want to show you is what Spice did to himself, okay? And so I've got to be very mindful about Spice and this little box heater, okay? So I'm going to flip it around, the camera, and I'm going to show you, if I can show you what he did to himself. You can see him here with the box heater, and he's pretty darn close to that box heater. Well, he backed his bottom end up next to that box heater, and I don't know if you can see it, but he has a small spot right where his tail attaches to his body that is completely bare. And so I'm treating it. He didn't blister it, but what he did is he dried the skin out in that spot by sitting in front of the heater too long and too frequently. And so I've got some medication for that, and I'm treating it, but I'm going to have to be mindful to keep him away from that heater for, he can't stay in front of it for a long period of time to try to keep warm. So we're going to have to do some things around here to kind of entice him to go to his bed rather than in front of this heater. All right, we are in my hallway / laundry room. And one of the ways that I keep myself warm during cold days is to get the laundry going, believe it or not. Having the dryer going heats the house up. And so I'm going to get a little bit of laundry soap in here. I'm going to get the water going in here. Turn this around so that the soap is working. We're going to get this going. These are all the kitchen towel, wash rags, dish rag, all the aprons except for the one I have on. So this is all my kitchen stuff. I tend to do a laundry just for my kitchen stuff. I don't put other things with it. And so we're going to get this laundry started. And I told y'all, I'm going to bring y'all along with me as I do things in my house. It's much more fun. There we go. And so all of this is going in. All my napkins, my dirty napkin, they're all going in there. All right. We got the laundry started. Now let's move on into our kitchen. All right, in the kitchen, what we're going to do is, I've actually gotten started, okay? I've gotten started already. I have already emptied out the dishwasher and put in the few dirty dishes from last night after I went to from last night. And then we're going to, I'm having my breakfast, so I am going to take a moment to sit down and enjoy my breakfast. I have my coffee here. Yeah, look at this spoon. I'm the only one here. And so I'm going to take a few minutes to enjoy this coffee. Let me heat that up just a little bit. I've been busy already this morning. But today we're going to start. Today I am going to start the big project that I wanted to do in January. which is, it's a never-ending battle for me, is to make some more chicken broth. And the reason is because I got that whole chicken, and I got a bag of drumsticks, the last 2 hauls, food bank hauls, and so I want to process that chicken the way I use it. And the way I use it is I roast them first or bake them, and then I take the meat off of the bones. I take the bones and divide it up into 3 crock pots, because remember, I have the bones from the barbecue chicken too in my freezer. So I'm going to add that into it, and I divide all those bones up into 3 crock pots and get bone broth going. I'm going to let it go for 24 hours, meaning that I'm going to let it go whatever time I get it done during the day. And this is the bone broth part is going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to let it go until the next day, and then I'm going to can it up. So it's going to be a 3-day process. We have a blast of cold weather for 3 days. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this is happening, and I'm going to use that as a reason for me to be canning and baking and broiling and processing this chicken to help keep this house warm. That means I'm not going to have to run these space heaters. I do have space heaters. I don't need them. I'm looking at one, okay, that I really want, but I have 3 space heaters in my house, okay, 3 different types. And so I'm looking for other ways to keep my house warm instead of running space heaters. That's what I'm doing, okay? And trust me, it works, okay? All right, I got my hot coffee. My coffee is heated up. And I'm going to be processing, and I'm going to be also drinking a lot of hot liquids, which also means that I have to go to the restroom a lot, so that's all right. So I'm going to sit down and have me some breakfast, and I'll bring you guys back. So this is what it looks like, okay? So this is how I start my morning. My hands are very cold right now, but I'm about to fire this oven up, okay? And we're going to get in here and do this chicken, all right? I'll see you in a little bit. All right, everyone, I'm going to be moving around in the kitchen, getting everything ready and started. So I'm just going to bring you guys along, turn the camera on. First thing I'm going to do is get these out of the way, because they tend to drop down on the floor. And since they're clean, I don't want them on the floor. So we're going to get those out of the way. Then we're going to get in here, and we're going to pull all of my cast iron out of here. Okay, there we go. I'm going to stack all of these up on one stack. Some of these cast iron belong to my mom. And so this is things that my mom used, and now I use in my kitchen. All right, now we're going to get baking 350. Start. All right, we got the oven started. Let me get the pans out that I'm going to be using today. And remember, we're going to be roasting a chicken, a whole chicken, and some chicken legs, okay? I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some aluminum foil. And the reason is because it's just much easier to clean up. All right, so we got the aluminum foil And I'm about to bring you guys in. Right there. All right, there we go. There we go. I'm going to bring you in and show you what I'm going to be doing. Get everything out of the refrigerator. I'm already putting things in the dishwasher. Alright, I'm getting the chicken out of the refrigerator. It's been thawing in the refrigerator for a day or two. I knew that this project was going to come up and that I was going to be wanting to do this. And so I went ahead and thawed everything out in the refrigerator. Chicken legs and thighs had a lot of blood in it. I'm glad I put them in a pan. Oh well. Alright, now let's get hold on a minute. I'm trying to find out the camera views so that you guys can see everything that's going on. Alright, what I'm going to do is you can see the chicken. Alright, here are the chicken legs. I have them in the sink. The sink has been cleaned, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut open the chicken leg bag. I'm going to place the chicken legs on this pan, all right? So, right here. Just like this. I'm going to make sure that the skin up on it like that, and we're just going to lay the chicken legs on the pan here. I love roasted chicken. Now, some people will boil this, and that's fine, but it's just not the way I like it. I prefer it baked. I do. And I'm going to get all of these chicken legs on this one tray. I sure am. There we go. All right. All of the chicken legs are on the tray. Okay. I'm going to set the tray on top of the stove over here and take care of this, because I don't want this mess. So all of this is going into the trash. Rinse everything down the sink, all the blood is down the sink. And then we'll get busy on the whole chicken. And I do this in stages because my hands are already touching the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and do all of it at once. Then I can wash my hands. I'm going to check the cavities because sometimes they have, you know, they get giblets in there. So I check the cavities to make sure that there are no giblets in there. Okay. Alrighty. No giblets. So now this is going into that pan right there. Same thing here. We are going to rinse everything off. Okay, this is going into trash. And now, hot water. I can wash my hands. Before I touch anything else. Hot water. So, let's take this strainer out and go ahead and empty this strainer. Wash second time. Oh, y'all see that steam? I can still touch the water, not very long, but that is how chilly it is in my house right now. All right, there we go. Now, clean as I go. So we are going to everything up there too. And we're going to let that sit for a minute. This is a new towel I'm going to be using. Alright, to dry my hands. And all of that is going to sterilize everything in the sink while it sits. And then I'm going to bring you guys over and we're going to tackle this chicken while that sink sterilizes because it had chicken in it. Alright, so the oven is already at 350. So the seasonings, what am I going to use on the seasonings? That's a question. Okay, I used seasoned salt the last time. I think what I'm going to do, let me go into the pantry and let me decide what season profile I'm going to use, and I'll be back. Alright, this is a season profile that I decided to go with today. We're going to put salt on them. Okay. We're going to get some pepper out and put on it. Did that battery go dead? Well, look at that. Alright, that's enough salt and pepper. And then what I'm going to do is I have this Italian herb blend that I need to use up. And so we are just going to take and sprinkle this Italian herb over the top of all of these. drumsticks. It smells so good. This seasoning does. And we're just gonna just sprinkle it all over the top. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Not quite that much. All right. Like that. And then in the oven it goes. I could flip this over and season the other side and all that stuff, but I know that this is going to be deboned and put into other recipes where I can season more. So basically what I want to do is get a good seasoning on it and get it prepared for other recipes where I can add seasonings to it, okay? And get the bones ready for some broth because I need some broth. All right, in the oven these go. And they're gonna go in for 45 minutes to an hour. Halfway through, I'm going to rotate them, meaning drumsticks will go to the bottom and the whole chicken will go to the top. And I'll bring you back when we are done. But, oh, no. Let me show you what I'm gonna do. For those of you that are worried that I'm not keeping my kitchen clean and that y'all are worried about my food being inside my sink and all that business, let me get now y'all saw that I put my wash rag, my kitchen rag into the laundry. Here's another kitchen rag, different color. And we're gonna come in here with the hot. Okay. Gonna get it wet. And this is going into the dishwasher. But I'm going to get all this wiped down here because I'm short and that disinfectant will end up on my belly. All right. Wiping everything down. Remember, I did spray this. Gonna go down in there, disinfect all of that. This, I'm going to go ahead and put in the dishwasher. I will use this one. I'm going to wipe everything down back here. All the way up back here. You know what? Excuse me for stepping in front of you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and just move all of this out of the way and wipe this down. Move this all the way back there. There we go. Everything is going to go back over here. I want y'all to know that you're going to hear ambulances and things like that throughout the day today. And I'm going to tell you exactly why this is happening. Is that this winter storm just hit us in an unusual way here in my area. And we are at 32 degrees and below, which means that it's freezing outside right now. And it started raining. And so now we are It's a good thing that the kids are not in school today. As a school teacher, that would worry me. And the reason is because I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to show you what's happening. And I'm going to pray for everybody who decides that they want to get on the road today in this hot mess that's happening right around my area. Because it is not a good day to do that. And I'm about to show you why. All right. We got everything sanitized. Y'all saw me do it. Okay. All right. There we go. People, no one's ever gotten sick over my food. All right. So don't worry yourself. Anyway, hold on. All the kitchen is sanitized. We're good to go. All right, here you go. It may or may not show up in there. It's my video camera, but 32 degrees. Y'all see that? It's 32 degrees outside. I'm not going to leave my door open very long, but you can see that it's wet out there. It is like misting and showering. And this is when it gets dangerous, because this is where icicles start to form and ice starts to form. And this is what I was worried about. And there y'all go. Spice heard me open the door and came to investigate to see, make sure I wasn't leaving. Now he's going right back to his warm bed. Back to my daily vlog. All right. We are going to make some decaf. I just finished up my first pot of coffee. Here goes the second pot, which is decaf. I filled up my coffee machine with water. And now we're going to go with some decaf. Okay. 3/4 full. In there. It's going to tell me when it's ready. And there we go, folks. Decaf coffee. Ready, ready, ready. All right, so here we are in my office. I have that cup of decaf going. My hands are wrapped around the mug to help keep those fingers warm. And I also have my water bottle, okay? So I keep the fluids going throughout the day. I have the chickens in the oven. I have moved Spice away from the heater and he is in his bed, so his skin does not dry out. What happens is that he gets in front of that heater. Keep this in my hand. My finger's warm. He gets in front of that heater to warm up and it dries his skin out. And so he's done it a couple of years now. All right. It's not the first time I've seen him do it, but he's getting smarter. The first year, I didn't realize that it was going to do that, and it did. And so the second year, I moved him away, and he started sneaking. Every time I would leave this room, then he would come and sit next to the heater. This year, I wasn't paying attention. I even filmed it, okay, and showed you guys that he was warming himself up. And he, yeah, definitely did that to himself. It doesn't burn him. What it does is dries his skin out. And so I'm just putting a spray on there and moisturizing it, and he has stopped itching. That's the biggest thing, is that he gets in there, he starts that, okay, and he does it at night while I'm asleep and I don't realize it. And so he's got a little spot about this big right here, bald, okay, but his hair is long enough that it covers it up so you don't see it, but he's got a bald spot where he is at it, okay, from scratching. Now, he doesn't have fleas, he doesn't have ticks, and he is protected from heartworms because he takes Trifexes once a month. I gave him his medicine yesterday. Yesterday was the day that I usually give medicine, is like that day of the month. Let's see, I have it calendared. Yeah, 14th of every month he gets it. And so usually a day or two, he's like lethargic, kind of, and just kind of chills out. And it's the effects of the medication, but I'd rather him be lethargic and quiet than for him to be, um, to catch heartworms or have fleas or bring ticks in from outside and they get on me. Okay, I don't want that. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that now I've got to watch. I've got the chicken on. I've really got to watch that wetness on my porch for the next couple of hours, because that could turn really icy, in an instant. And what that means for us is when that porch ices over, that means I can't go outside because I don't want to slip and fall. And so I have to be really, really careful. Yeah, I do. And so I may end up having to call somebody over to salt it and get it to, thaw out. Okay. We'll see how it goes. All right. I've been locked in a day or two with ice. Okay. It's not the first time that this has happened, but I just put, pee pads down on the floor for Spice, and he uses those. But we are ready. We are ready to be iced in if it happens. Okay. I got the pee pads. I got. This is the reality of people. It's a reality of having a pet. Okay. I got the pee pads. I got them down. If I need, well, I don't have them down, but if it ices over out there, they're going down just in case he needs them. All right. And we are at 32 degrees outside. Last I looked was 57 inside, and that's because I have the oven on and I have my laundry going. It is heating up. It was 50 degrees inside this morning when I woke up. And so it's gone up 7 degrees inside the house. I leave the thermostat in a central location where it's not where my room is heated up, because my room is probably at a 65 or a 70 right now. The little room that I heat up. And it allows me to come in here and warm up and throughout the day, and then continue doing what I need to do in the house. Okay. So here we go. Okay. We're not done yet today. Just so you guys know, Spice is staying warm. I incorporated a very soft, thick blanket for him to sleep in and stay warm in. All right, everyone, we got the chicken legs out, but the chicken itself needs to cook for another about 15 more minutes, and it should be done. So the chicken legs are out, and then we're gonna let this cool. All right, the timer is up on the whole chicken. And so we are going to get in here and pull the whole chicken out. It's been in the oven for an hour. It smells amazing in here. Now, let me show you guys what I'm going to do. We're going to turn this off, but I'm going to leave the oven ajar just a little bit. And that oven heat is going to heat up my house. Let's look. We started off with temperatures inside my house this morning at 50 degrees. It is now 60.9 degrees inside, and it is 31.5 degrees outside. So it is freezing. It is below freezing right now. It rained this morning. And so guys, I'm going to take you guys with me, and we're going to take a look outside And we're gonna see if that rain is turning to ice. Okay, we're outside and it looks like, I'm gonna be careful to walk outside. No, it is not ice yet. Yeah, there's sleet falling. So what is falling outside is sleet. I can see the ice crystals coming from above. So yes, we have sleet outside. Let me show you the table. I don't know if you can see, but there's little ice crystals on the table. And this is my thermostat. That white device right there. Let's see if I can get it. That little white device right here. That is my thermostat. That's where it's sitting. It's right outside my door. And so we are freezing now. We're getting ice. Spice is outside before it gets completely iced over. I want him to go out and do his duty, but I wanted y'all to see. He's got his sweater on. That's his winter sweater. We call it his ugly Christmas sweater. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can pick it up, but that's ice, okay? Let's see, focus in. That's ice, and it forms all over the top of the deck during this time of year when this happens. All right, everyone, we got this pile of laundry we have to get done, okay? So we're gonna do this together. I keep these because I use them to clean the filter in the dryer. All right. Oh. Cool. Let's get these big items out of the way, which are my aprons that hang up in my kitchen. Once I get these 3 items out of the way, the rest of it is pretty smooth. Okay. Alrighty. The weather is telling me that the winds are about to pick up outside, so I am glad I got everything taken care of these last few days. And anyway, here we go. The key is to always, for me, is to stay busy, okay? I look at it this way. I'm in retirement. I'm on my pension. I'm getting paid to take care of my house. That's what I'm doing. Stay at home. I'm getting paid to stay at home. That's what we got to do. We got to keep ourselves busy. Yes, we have spent our lives working, and now it is time for us to kind of chill out and relax, but stay busy. Because the minute that we do not stay busy is the minute that we get to the point where we cannot move on our own. And so that's why it's so vitally important for people my age to stay busy and keep moving. My parents did it. Even after retirement, they were busy and active. My dad had emphysema when he retired. Before he retired, he had emphysema. It was bad enough that he was on a, what do you call him? He was on a cart and working downtown Houston, George R. Brown Convention as a foreman inside the convention center, telling the young people how to set up the displays and where to set them up. And he would ride around in the cart and make sure that everybody was getting it done. And so that was a lesson for me, that when I got that age, which I am now, you got to stay active and busy. Here we go. Look at that. And just like that, we got our napkins ready for next week. So I'm going to place these napkins in that pile of napkins over there that I have. I can't reach over the top of these chairs. I have to move them out of the way. I'm too short. So the napkins are now put into that stack over there. These two things go hang. This goes hanging up. This goes inside my cabinet where I keep my linens. And now that job is done. But I have 2 more loads of laundry, but I'm not gonna bring y'all along for that. All right, everyone, here we go. We're gonna get busy on this chicken. It has baked and cooled off. Let me wash my hands before I get my hands involved in this. Spice is up underneath my feet. He just looked at me because I said his name. And he's quiet. Everybody in the neighborhood is hunkered down, and it is freezing outside right now. Ice is forming everywhere. And so it is what it is. Okay, so this is my setup. Let me make sure you can see it all. All right. I'm going to back you guys up so you can see the entire setup. All right. There we go. We have the chicken legs. We have my platter where the meat is going to go. And then the blue crock pot is where the bones are going to go. All right. And this particular crock pot, I'm getting it out. I'm going to put all of the chicken leg bones in, including the ones that I've been throwing in the freezer from the last cook I had. So those are going in first. Those are the chicken bones from the last baked chicken I did. And we're going to continue to put in the pieces of the chicken that I don't want to go into my we're going to put the chicken skin and bones in the crock pot, and the baked chicken in here that I'm going to be using in my recipes. Y'all gonna listen in the background. That's my washer and dryer going, and it's helping me keep my house warm today. That's why I saved all of my laundry until this cold snap. All right, here we go. Oh, the dryer stopped. But we're going to continue with this. Okay. I'm going to get all the chicken off of this, but not the tendons. I don't want the tendons. All right, chicken bones are going in there. I hear the pitter patter of the feet. That spice trying to sneak up on me, waiting for me to drop a piece of chicken. Okay. Oh, you smell the chicken. I know. He's like, Mama, I want a bite. I know you do, baby, but you're not supposed to have this. I put seasonings on it. I put seasonings on it, baby. You're not supposed to have this. No. I know, baby, but you can't have it. Y'all can see that how quickly this chicken cooled off in this house. It didn't take long for it to cool off. You just gotta get in there and get that chicken off the bone, just like that. Almost done here. I would stop the camera, but I can't. My hands are all messed up. So y'all just gonna have to come along with me. There's a tendon right in here I don't want in. Yeah, I don't want that tendon in my chicken here. It does much better use being in my pot of bones. Two more. Two more. Emergency vehicles have been running crazy today. I've been listening to them. More than usual. This one took a little while. It was a little more difficult to get everything off of it. All right, come on. Here we go. There it is. That one came off easy. Here we go. All right, so this is ready. This is ready. What I want to do with this is all of this I want down in this pot for the broth. I want all of this in there. This is nothing but flavor for my broth. So I want it all in there. Okay. All right. Spice, I need you to move, baby. That's done. Let me wash my hands. That water coming out of it wasn't as cold. Okay, that's much better. I'll let it run for a minute. We got a little better. All right. Now, cleaned out my fingernails. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that slow cooker over to my sink. We're going to put water in it, and I am going to go ahead and set it up over on my table, and I'll move the camera around once I get it done. So y'all guys hang on. And let me get this done, and then I'll move the camera over so you can see it. Okay, Spice, you gotta move out of the way, baby. I'm moving something heavy. Now I'm gonna bring you guys over and show you what I'm doing. Y'all follow me. Y'all follow me. All right, here we are at my second station, and this is where the crock pots are gonna go for the night. All right, so this is a lid for this one, and I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna find the cord for this one and plug it in. I have a surge protector here. I'm going to plug this in. Okay. Then we're going to plug the surge protector in over here. This is my phone charger. We'll fix that later. I'm going to plug in the surge protector into the wall. It is on. Make sure everything is on. Okay, it's on. And now I can put this on low and let it roll. And it's ready to go. All right. And then we're going to go back over here and we're going to take care of the chicken that I got off the chicken bone. So let me stop this and I'll bring you back over there. All right, here we go. Now we're going to process this chicken. I want you to see that I have my seal meal out. And what we're going to do is seal this chicken up, vacuum seal it. I'm going to divide it into 3 packages. And we're going to get this all sealed up. One. I already sealed the ends of these. These are in a roll. And we're going to see if we can't evenly divide all this up. And yeah, Spice is up underneath my feet. He sure is. Oh. Okay, that's 2. That looks about 3 even bags, so excuse me, Spice. So those are going to make 3 nice little meals for me. Just have those chicken legs and those meals to, you know, feed me. Depending on what I make, from 2 up to 5 meals. Okay? Depending on what I make with them. Alright. Hands are clean. And I'm going to go ahead and take this and put it into the dishwasher. Get it out of our way. And I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Discover it's cold. Come over here and put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Make sure I don't step on Spice. And then I'm going to back you up. And we are going to seal these bags up so we can move on to the whole chicken. So what I do is open this up, flatten this out as flat as I can. I want the end of it to curl into this compartment here because that's what's going to get the vacuum. Then I shut it down like this. Hands free. When the lights go off, it should be sealed. Look at that. Nice vacuum sealed packages to go into the freezer. Okay, get this one. When I go in the direction it curls, whichever direction it curls, make sure it's inside there. Lay that down. Hands free. The green light indicates hands-free and the red one is, I believe, sealing. Push this button to release it. And here we go. If there's any juices that come out, it goes inside this white thing that is removable. And there we go. And there we go. All right. There we go. Baked chicken, January 2024. So these are going into my freezer. My coffee is warmed up. I'm going to take a little break, enjoy my coffee, get re-warmed up, and put those in the freezer, and I'll be back to tackle the whole chicken in a minute. All right, everyone, here we go with the second round. And we are going to do this whole chicken. I'm going to pull the wings out. The tip of the wing is going into the crock pot. There is not much meat on these wings, but we aren't going to waste it. We're going to pull the meat off of the wings anyway. Do the same thing with this wing. Pull the entire wing off at the joint. Look at that, I got a piece of the chicken breast there. Off, throw it in there. The chicken smells amazing, by the way. I'm going to lift the whole chicken up and try to get it off of this foil. There it goes, it released itself. Now I'm going to take and pull this entire skin off of the chicken, as much as I can get off of it. Put it in there. I'm going to come up along the thigh bone and pull that whole chicken quarter off there, and we're going to start. That's a thigh. Here's a chicken leg. We just did a bunch of chicken legs. Get this bone out of the chicken thigh. Just gonna run my finger along the bone, pull it out, and there's the bone. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with this. Run my finger right along the thigh there, and just pull it off. And right there, this is skin here, which is good for that. Pull the meat off of it. Then find the bone, the thigh, and just pull that bone out of there. There we go. I saw a little bit more meat on there. There we go. I saw some, I felt some fat in there. Okay, now we're on the back side, and these are called the medallions of the chicken. And they are good. Little tiny chunks of chicken right there on the back. A lot of people throw these backs away, but they got some meat on them. And then along the shoulder blade there, there's some more meat. Do the same thing on this side. Go along the shoulder blade and pull the meat out of there. That's the skin on the back. Now, the thing we have is a chicken breast now. I'm going to run my finger along the breastbone. Run my thumb along the breastbone from top to bottom. Dig all in there. All the way down the rib cage. You can feel the bones in the rib cage, and as long as you're running your finger along the rib cage, you're gonna get that entire chicken breast off. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Right along the chicken breast there, all the way down, and then just give it a pop, and you got the whole chicken breast there. Now deep in there, there's some more chicken, and so I pull everything I can out of it. Y'all want to know where the wishbone is? Here it is, right here. That's the wishbone. There it is. Still some more meat on here, so I'm going to pull the meat off where the wing was attached. All right. The rest of this is going in there. And then I'm going to take this foil, just like I did the chicken legs. Spice, move, please. Move, baby. And I'm going to take all of that flavoring off of that aluminum foil. That's all the drippings from the chicken. And that's nothing but flavor, so we're going to use it in our chicken broth. I'm just going to pull everything down into there. Then I'm going to roll this up, just like that. Okay, I'm going to come over here and wash my hands while Spice decides he's going to sniff around. Baby. All right. Baby, you're up underneath my feet, baby. If I step on you, it's your fault. It's not mine. All right, we're back again. Y'all heard me telling Spice that if I step on him, it's his fault, okay? All right, I got that crock pot filled with water, and, oh, let me go check. Did I turn it on? No, I didn't. All right, I'm getting this one filled with water. All right. And on low, I'm making sure that the lid is on properly. There we go. Okay, the lid's on properly. And it's low and slow for the bones. I do have to go and get some vinegar. I do have to put some vinegar in it, but I'll do that in a minute. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back you guys up, and we're going to vacuum seal this chicken and get it ready for the freezer. The first two pieces I'm going to put is the chicken breast. And so we're going to take that chicken breast, both chicken breasts, and slide it right in there. Okay. And then here we go. I do realize that that chicken breast is a little pink, but that's okay. It's going to go into another dish, and I'll mark it saying that it was a little pink, so I need to cook it a little more. Okay, that's okay. I did cook this whole chicken for an hour, so it should have been done, but. Second bag, I'm going to put half of this remaining chicken in this bag. And half of this in this next one. And I have an extra bag, which is nothing wrong with that. So now I have 2 chicken breasts and 2 packages of the rest of the chicken meat. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a little out of here and put it in that one. Kind of even that 4 out. There we go. Let me wash my hands. And while I'm over here, I'm gonna take these and put them in the dishwasher. I'm done with them, so I can put them in the dishwasher. And this can go straight in the dishwasher. And dried. And now we are going to take these bags of chicken. I made the bags a little too big, but that's all right. That's all right. It'll be all right. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, no spice. You cannot have any of that chicken. Let's try this again. Oops. Here we go. Do the same thing with this one. So we've got this, 3 packages of chicken to go into the freezer. And I'll bring you back. All right, you guys are gonna come along as I wipe everything down. Because I have chicken all over everything. So. Try to see that I'm gonna take this wash rag. Let's see, I sprayed it. Now I'm gonna wipe everything over here down. Let me unplug this thing. Okay. I'm gonna wipe it all down. I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna pull this apart and wipe everything out here. Okay. I always do this with my appliances as well. I wipe down the cord on it. You'd be surprised how dirty these things get. You'd be surprised how many times I've picked up things from an estate sale or a garage sale or something like that, and all I needed to do was bring it home and clean it up. It was fine. It's just they bought a new one because it didn't look good. All they really needed to do was to clean it up. Okay. All right, so this is going back into the box. I'll go on to the back side and do the same thing there. I'm going to wipe down these counters just like this. This I'm going to pop in the dishwasher because it did get some juice in it. So I'm just going to pop it in the top rack of the dishwasher and let it go through that. There we go. Counter space is cleaned off and wiped down. This is going to go in the dishwasher. It's a piece of plastic from the bags. I'll be right back. Get all this put away. My sealing meal is in the box. These 2 items are going into the dishwasher. Then, let me see if y'all can see this next thing up. Nope, you couldn't see it. Now it's time for the stove. All right. When I get done with the job, I want to get it cleaned up, so we're moving this direction. So I'm going to pull this up. I dropped some chicken in there, so I'm going to wipe it up. Now, all right, there we go. Get this wiped down. There we go. Wipe down. Now I'm going to move this over to here. I'm going to rinse this rag out. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing here. First I'm going to wipe it down. And I had chicken all the way back there. Lordy mercy. Guys, I just had a kind of a scare a minute ago. I went to put that chicken in the freezer, the first set, and some of the stuff in the freezer was falling out, just slightly. Not like it was completely thawed out, okay? Just slightly. And I panicked. I thought, oh no, my freezer on my refrigerator is going out. And so I switched things around in the freezer a little bit and made sure that the door closed. And guess what, people? It froze right back up. So if I got panicked, but I gotta be mindful to make sure that when I am in that freezer that I close the door and make sure it stays closed. All right, here we go. Stove is nice and clean. I love this stove. Probably one of the best buys that I made in the remodeling of my house. This stove. All right, I'm done with that for right now. Now the next step is to let that broth simmer until about this time tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Oh, you know what? Don't let me forget. I gotta go put some vinegar in it. Okay? Don't let me forget that. Let me go do that right now. I'll be right back. All right, something you must have in my house at all times, and you should have in your house at all times, is white vinegar and red wine vinegar. And the reason is because they are handy at a lot of things. And so I'm going to put, let's put the lid on it, yeah. Just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. And that's going to help break down those bones. Okay. And let me tell you who reminded me of that. Mama Baird, over at Mama Baird's, here we go. Mama Baird's homestead, I believe. She reminded me of that when she was doing her bone broth. And I was like, wait a minute. The last couple of times I forgot to do this, okay? And so, okay, it's shut. All right. So this time I remembered it. And plus I'm going to need it for canning tomorrow anyway. That's another reason you should have vinegar in your houses when you can. It's a great cleaner. It cuts through grease like you would not believe. All right. I'll be back. All right, I have much less space in my kitchen this evening. And the reason is because I've been busy in my kitchen, people. With this winter blast, one way I heat up my kitchen is to get projects going, okay? And so, you know that I had baked all that chicken, all right, because you saw it earlier in this video. And so I put on the bones to make chicken broth, and that is right now right next to me on the kitchen table on top of chopping boards and on low, and it's going to roll all night, okay? Right here, let me see if I can get it. Here. Right here is a crock pot, okay? And there's another one right over there, okay? Behind it. So we got 2 crock pots going to make chicken broth with, and then tomorrow I will be processing the chicken broth, okay? Now, I have leftover. This is the reason why I cook up, okay? It's because it gives me a day where I don't have to cook and I can get a project done. Yesterday was the, what did I get done yesterday? I think it was the chocolate. Yeah, it was. It was the chocolate bombs. Anyway. Oh no, the carrot raisin salad. That's what I got done yesterday, and I'm eating it today. So on this very, very cold, wintry day, this is what I'm having. The leftover fettuccine. I'm having some of the lettuce from this last week's food bank haul with the pickled cucumbers and onions in it, a little cheese on top, and then my carrot raisin salad. So this is what's for dinner. So I'm going to get busy eating this dinner, and then I'm going to get busy editing this video for you so I can get it ready to go out to you guys. You guys be blessed and stay warm, okay? Stay warm. You guys be blessed because I know I am.